everybody, I am Miss Bizz, and today I'm going to be making some sweet rolls. Today we're going to be making some sweet rolls, which is out of the Elder Scrolls official cookbook. I was fortunate enough to be offered a review copy from Insight Editions, the publisher, obviously making videos and letting people know about the cookbook. But I was really excited to actually be offered a review copy of the cookbook. It comes out March 26th. For those in the States, it's about $35. And if you're interested in purchasing it, I did put an Amazon affiliate link down in the description below. So being there is an embargo on this cookbook, I'm only allowed to share with you certain recipes. Now, something really nice of Insight Editions is when they sent me the cookbook, they sent me a bunch of other cool stuff. You can check my unboxing video, but they even sent me right down to dry ingredients and sweet roll molds. So we're definitely making sweet rolls today. Now, to make this video go a little bit smoother, I did try to pre-measure and get everything ready beforehand. So let's get into the sweet rolls. Don't let anyone steal your sweet roll ever again. Instead of guarding your hard-won baked goods against bandits and the pesky Thieves Guild, now you can bake them in the quiet safety of your own home, with no one the wiser. So, first we're going to make the sweet rolls, and they do come with an icing recipe as well. So I already have my oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. In a large bowl, combine the, butter, warm milk, and honey. Well, 3 tablespoons of melted butter. Here's my warmed up 1 cup of milk. It did call for whole milk. I regularly use 2% milk, so that's what I'm using here. And 2 tablespoons of honey. That I did not pre-measure. I'm supposed to stir it until the honey dissolves, which really shouldn't take that long because it is melted butter. And I did warm up the milk. Next up, it mentions all of the dry ingredients: the yeast, the salt, the flour, and the egg. So I'm going to get rid of that egg right now. And then we'll put all of our dry ingredients in. Oh. A little bit of egg on my fingers, and oh my goodness, these mixing bowls are prone to making me spill. Here we go. Now, even though we thought that the dry ingredients would have salt in it, they did mention to me in an email previously they did not add the salt to the container, so we'll add a little bit of salt, and I'm glad they didn't because the yeast is in here, and you shouldn't put the yeast and the salt together. Oh, what is in here? Looks like, oh my goodness, the package of yeast is in here. Now, I don't actually know if the package of yeast is the appropriate amount for this recipe, so I am going to measure it out. 2 teaspoons of yeast. I think it's about right if it wasn't. Yeah, it is. So we'll just empty the whole package out here. Get that going. And add all of our flour and everything else. Now at this point, I think the whisk might be more of a hindrance than a help, so switch into the good old wooden spoon, which isn't actually wooden, mine is plastic, but hey, same idea. Alright, so we have as smooth a batter as I think I am getting. So it is time to actually spoon it into our sweet roll molds. Now, if you're wondering, I don't believe the sweet roll molds will not come with the cookbook as far as I know, but it does say to use, and forgive me, I don't know how to say this, a 5-inch miniature bundt pan. So they kind of look like this anyways, they'll just be a little bit different. And I'm supposed to spoon it between 4 of these. The batter is pretty thick. It's as smooth as it's getting for me at least, so let's see how it turns out. Here we go, I did it. There's not very much in each pan, but it says to let it rise for 30 minutes, pop it in the oven, then we'll be on to icing. And now that we've had time for the sweet rolls to rise for about half an hour, I'm gonna pop them in the oven and we're gonna get to work on the icing. Like I did with the other, I did kind of try to pre-measure and everything. So I have some butter and some cream cheese that is softened, some powdered sugar I'm going to need, and then some heavy batter. Now, it doesn't call for very much butter or very much cream cheese, so I'm a little confused on how I'm gonna get this to cream with this little tiny amount, but I'm gonna try. Once again, they were nice enough to send some ingredients along the way. Whew, that one was a little bit tough to actually get open. And let's see. Oh boy, this is not going to be fun by hand. Okay, so I'm having a little bit of problems trying to get this to mix because it's very dry. There's a lot of sugar in here compared to the cream cheese and butter. So I'm gonna try adding some of this cream and seeing. I did switch to using a fork, so hopefully it's a little less messy. Oh, there we go. This is gonna be much easier now. There we go. I think my icing is looking pretty good. It is a little bit lumpy, but hey, I think that's fine. Just heard the oven go off. Time to take them out. They're looking pretty good. Have to remember to turn my oven off though. Now it does mention when the rolls are finished, allow to cool for 5 minutes in the pan, then tip them out. So after 5 minutes, we'll tip them out and throw some icing on. All right, so we have let our sweet rolls cool in the pans for a little bit. So we're gonna try to pop them out. I don't have any of these silicone type pans, so I'm not quite sure how easy or difficult this is going to be. Can I just like pop it inside out? Am I gonna make it a super ugly sweet roll? There we go, there we go. It kind of sticks. Note to self, next time, grease the pan. All right, now that I have made a mess of that, let's spoon out some of our icing onto our sweet rolls. Now, hopefully the sweet rolls are actually cool or warm enough that the icing kind of melts. And I'm telling you, I've been secretly eating this icing since I made it, and it is delicious. And this is our sweet rolls. They may not be as pretty as some others you have seen. I know Classy Katie made some, but I think they look pretty good. And I think I'm gonna try one. All right, guys, it is time. The sweet roll has not even cooled, and I'm trying it out. You can taste that little bit of honey inside the sweet roll, and this icing, the cream sugar, or the cream cheese and the icing sugar and everything. Oh, the sweet rolls are as amazing as you thought. So I want to thank Inside Editions for sending me a copy of the Elder Scrolls official cookbook. And if you're interested in purchasing it, check below in the description. I'll have an Amazon affiliate link if you want to check it out and pre-order it. Remember, March 26th it comes out, and I plan on sharing more recipes with you.